Hey, Larry, how are you, buddy?
Dale, good. How are you? You want me to go ahead and turn my screen on?
Oh, wait 1 second, okay? I'll join. Yeah, my lighting man quit, so I had to go turn on the light. Go ahead. Let's see the victory face of Larry Tentarelli.
Okay, we're
Because
going to
I,
do,
because I know, Larry, this is your kind of market when things are, taking out all the moving averages, trading above the moving averages. I'm thinking you had a pretty good May.
yeah, good May. There are some good charts that are working. There's a
Oh
lot of stuff
gosh.
that still isn't working. It's a split market. If you want, I can turn on my screen share. We can jump into some charts.
Okay.
Okay, let's do share screen. I'm not technologically advanced like you are, but all right, there we go. So can you see my S&P chart?
Got it.
Okay, so I'm just watching the futures right now because obviously that payroll number came out. Payrolls were high, but the unemployment rate was high too. It looks like it went up to 3.7. So the S&P futures, I'm just checking out the TV right now, but it looks like the futures are
They're
ticking up a
roaring.
little bit.
Yeah, they came back.
Yeah. So just what I'm seeing right now is it's a split market right now, and you've got technology stocks are very strong. And as you know, I've been long triple Q and tech most of the year. Technology stocks are strong. The NASDAQ 100 stocks are strong. There's a lot of weakness, and I like gold and I like gold miners here, but there's a
Okay.
lot of weakness in financials, industrials, energy, materials, and where I think we are right now with the S&P. So it closed yesterday 42.21. I'm just looking to see what it's doing right now. But
Up
last
another
month,
15.
yeah, last month, 8 of 11 S&P sectors were lower
Yeah.
over the past 30 days, but the S&P made a 9-month high yesterday. So so the bear case right now is that those 8
Breath.
sectors are going to take the S&P lower. But what I think you could see is if those sectors turn up, I think they could take the S&P to 4,300.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
When
people,
you,
there's a lot of fib stuff there. A lot of patient bears have been waiting to sell it up there, 43.
yeah,
20.
they were waiting to sell it at 42 also, and it had a tough time getting through 42. But yeah, 43 to
42 was more, the way I heard it framed, was more like a breakout area.
yeah.
And that once we got over 42, we were going to fly. That didn't happen. But yeah, I guess there were some people bearish at 42, but I'm just talking about the guys I interview and I talk to. A lot of them have been talking 4,300 since
Yeah,
the
I
winter,
think I
last
think
winter.
if you get to 43 to 43.25, which was that August high,
Yeah.
then you really have some more work to do. But I think 4,200, when we look on the S&P chart, so yesterday 42.21, futures are trading up about 0.5% right now, but it hasn't been able to close over 42 all the way back to August. So I think if we clear 42,
Yeah,
it
that's
opens up
a good point.
43,
Right.
maybe 43 and a quarter, and then we go from there. But S&P is not my favorite chart. What I like much better is triple Q,
Yeah.
and I've liked triple Q most of the year, but triple Q had a nice breakout here over 320 back in April, May. Strong uptrend. It's at a 52-week high. Now I've been expecting a pullback this week, and we didn't really get it. Once we hit this, it hit 75 daily RSI, a little bit extended over the 20-day. I was looking for a pullback in triple Q this week that we didn't get, and that's fine with me, but I'd like to add some exposure there on any pullbacks because I do think that triple Q is going to lead us out.
Okay. So basically you're expecting what the bears are hoping for is a negative breath and a very narrow rally is bearish, and eventually when the strength breaks, they'll get their average break, the averages. You believe that it's going to broaden out to different sectors. So what is unexploited? Is this one of them, the financials?
You see, here's the thing, Dale. I can't say 100% that I think it's going to broaden out. I think there's a good chance. But
it's just a narrative. Nothing's ever 100%.
Right. What's going to happen is I think financials are going to have to start to find a bid. Financials are 12% of the S&P. Consumer discretionary has been holding up pretty nicely, but in the financials, there's a lot of weak charts. JP Morgan is the best chart, but when you take a look at Bank of America stocks like that, they're, they might be trying to put
bottoming.
They might be trying to bottom out. The 50-day moving average is starting to flatten out. I always watch the big bellwether stocks like Caterpillar. Caterpillar's been in a downtrend, but if Caterpillar can clear this 50 and 200 days, so let's call it 220. If Caterpillar can clear 220, then maybe that has a chance. Maybe the industrials start to pick up.
Yeah.
But I don't have anything there right now whatsoever. All I'm holding right now is tech, gold, bonds, and some.
So you're long TLT? Is that how
I'm
you're expressing it?
Yep, I'm long GLD. I like GLD a lot.
No, TLT, I said.
Oh, TLT. Yeah, I'm long TLT, but I've got to tell you, I've been long TLT since November. It hasn't really done anything. I'm probably $1 underneath my cost basis. It 100 to 110 is the range, but the economy has not slowed like I think a lot of people expected it to. So TLT hasn't really done anything. I think for TLT to really break out over 110, the Fed's going to have to either, stop a hard stop on hikes, or they might have to cut rates. And, TLT might be a fourth quarter story.
Okay. All right.
I don't expect the Fed to cut rates anytime soon. The economy is strong, jobs are strong. I do think they could maybe pause at this June meeting, a temporary pause, maybe not the final pause, but maybe take a break in June and then see what things look like in July. But I think TLT to break out over 110, I think the Fed actually has to cut rates.
Okay. All right. Yield curve inversion. Is it possible that the inversion might start to unwind and we start to see some steepening? Because I noticed yesterday. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, very possible.
Okay. And that is indicative of what? A stronger economy or just too much supply because of the debt deal? Yeah, that the Treasury is going to have to fill up the gas tank.
I don't follow too much the as far as liquidity, Treasury balances, things like that. I do think if the yield curve starts to steepen, it would be a sign that the economy is stronger than a lot of people have expected. Because right now, when you look at these cyclical stocks, they're bad. The metals and mining ETF, if you look at the energy stocks, they're all in downtrends. Now, the good thing is they can turn up. But when I look at the stock market and use that to try to gauge, what does the market think about the economy? None of these cyclicals look good. Other than GE's been the standout, but if you just take the average industrial stock or
Yeah,
the average copper stock,
yeah,
these stocks have been in downtrends. So the stock market says that it expects a slower economy when I look at these cyclical stocks, but they're catching a nice bid pre-market. Maybe they start to turn up. But you know where I'm at, Dale. I'm in the
with
same
the
place that
strength.
I
Yeah,
almost that I always am. When we talk,
yeah.
So
Above the
Nvidia,
moving averages.
yeah,
It's all go in tech. Any of the AI stuff besides NVIDIA that you have a view on? The
yeah.
one
So
parabolic?
I focus on for the AI stocks. I focus on the big five: Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, AMD, and Meta. So, we've had a position in Meta since about 200 and change, just a super strong uptrend over the 50-day.
Yeah.
I've got NVIDIA. We've had that since about 280. So that's had a nice breakout. Now, obviously, when a stock as big as NVIDIA goes from 300 to 420 in 5 days, there can always be some back and fill. There can always be some pullback. If there's some profit taking, maybe 350, 360. But I think the longer term picture for AI, I read a stat last night. Morgan Stanley expects that global AI revenue is going to go up 11 times in the next 7 years.
Hmm.
So I think it's just getting started. I think Microsoft is a key name. There's some second tier stocks like Palantir and Supermicro. They're just too extended for me. They could definitely work, but I'm more comfortable in the bigger names, the Nvidias and the
Doubles.
Micros. What's
They
that?
these are lower floaters and they doubled in a month.
Right, right. That Supermicro. So
Yeah.
I like the bigger names in tech. I like the XLK. We've had a position in XLK since about 149, 150. But I think that the tech charts, if we just take out the opinions and just look at the tech charts, they're in uptrends, 4 rising moving averages, 52-week highs. There could always be some back and fill, but on any regular pullbacks, I'd look to buy some more. We bought some Tesla just yesterday at $200, coming over the 200-day moving average. It's on track to close over the 40-week moving average today for the first time, I think, since September. Let me take a look.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's pending a first close over the 40-week since going back to September. So, I use the 200-day a lot. A close over the 200-day moving average can be used as a buy signal. Close over the 40-week, that can be used as a buy signal. So I think Tesla, I've got to stop just underneath the 50-day. But I think the upside potential in Tesla is worth the risk for me. But I balance that out. I've got gold, I've got bonds. I'm not 100% in tech by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe 30 or 35%, but that's where I see the best charts right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start posing this question to everyone. Larry, new all-time highs in the S&Ps or the October lows are taken out? Which happens first?
Which happens first? If I had to pick one or the other, I would say new all-time highs before the lows get taken out, but I don't have any idea when new highs are going to come in. It's just I don't think that the lows are going to get taken out anytime soon. So I think that the October low is the low in the S&P. By the same token, I'm not, I can't say that I think we're going to see new all-time highs anytime soon. I think triple Q sees new all-time highs much
All right.
faster.
So NASDAQ 100 can make new all-time highs here.
I think the NASDAQ 100.
Not that far away, is it?
Nah, NASDAQ 100, I think, what are we, maybe 10%. So 352, that still has some work to do. It's maybe
We're at
about 15%.
61.8 right here, I believe, of the whole decline.
Yeah. And
Right
listen,
here.
you know, I don't, you know, I don't have my head in the clouds. I know that triple Q could pull back 5%. It could pull back 10%. I mean, the 50 days at 322, it could pull back, you know, 8 or 10%.
Right.
And still be over the 50 days. So I'm not, you know, 150% long tech, but I do plan to buy some more on pullbacks if these charts hold up.
Okay, Larry. Anything else you want to cover? What are the gold shares or miners that you like? Are you in indices?
I just have GLD right now.
Okay.
I like GFI. GFI is the strongest of the large caps. It's back over all the moving averages. You know, and if you take a look recently, GFI held that 50-day. And I think that's the only large cap gold miner that I know of that really held that 50-day. AU's been very strong, but they took that down near the 100-day. GDX, they took that almost to the 200-day. But GFI, if I had to go with a gold miner, GFI, I like it right here. I think gold is going to go higher. I think the miners are going to go higher. They came under some pressure with the debt, you know, with the debt ceiling when the dollar bounced. But I think that gold and gold miners are going to go higher.
Okay. So gold miners, anything in the energy patch? Because they've been under pressure too. They've been
not yet. The only energy stock that really showed up on my screen is Cameco. They're in uranium.
Okay, that's
but,
a uranium.
You know, I focus on the, you know, the big Exxon, Schlumberger, Halliburton, and right now I don't have any buy signals in any of them. I watch them every day, but nothing yet. I'd love to see energy turn up because energy is a big home run. Those stocks when they work. So I watch them every day, but I just don't have any real buy signals yet with them being underneath the 200-day.
Okay, so housing's been on fire. You ride those?
You know, housing's been on fire. I didn't catch any of it whatsoever, but it's still in an uptrend. ITB is at the 50-day. You know, I think Pulte has been stronger, but I think as long as these stocks hold that 50-day, housing is still good.
Do you know anything about the issue CE? CE, it's like a commodity agricultural type company.
Celanese?
Is that it? No,
Yes, Celanese.
No, that's not. No, I'm not sure that's it. So, but go ahead. What is Celanese? Oh, it is. It's
commodity chemicals.
Okay.
I don't have anything yet on any of those charts. You know, Mosaic is the big one that I follow. I follow CF Industries, but you know, just for my time frame, Dale, these things are in some bad downtrends. They could bottom. You know, it's got
CF.
CF. Yeah, I like CF is one of my go-to stocks, but it hasn't been a go-to for maybe about a year or so.
That's a commodity, agricultural commodities, grains and stuff under pressure.
Yeah, you know, 26 daily RSI. So maybe it gets a bounce, but really for me to get interested, it would probably have to be back over the 200-day. So it might be a long time for me.
Okay. So I just wanted to bring that up because that's another way if people want a kind of a long hedge on agricultural commodities, you know, they could do it through this. So, well, great, Larry. I'm glad you're having a great May. I hope it follows through into June and July and August and September and October, November, December. The rest of the year, bro.
Me too, my friend.
Yeah. So always great hearing from you. And, you know, when it comes to market discipline, you've expressed it every time you've been here. So the best way for people to follow your work would be?
Just real quick, so they can go to my website, bluechipdaily.com. We've got a 30-day free trial. Also, they can find
Cool.
me on Twitter at LMT978.
Larry, thank you for your giving spirit and sharing what you're doing here during this, debt ceiling that I thought might turn into something messy, and I was wrong. Good to be wrong about bad stuff anyway. So we'll see what the market does this summer. And I know you that if things shift, you're not afraid to just cut the cord. So follow Larry at least minimum on Twitter, LMT978. Check out his free trial. And thanks for capping off our week, Larry, today. Very well, capped it off very well.
Dale, thank you as always, my friend. It's great to talk to you, and I look forward to our next conversation.
Okay, my trading warrior brother, Larry Tentarelli, everybody.
Dale, have a great weekend.
You too, buddy. So thank you, everyone. I hope we added value to what you're trying to accomplish. And we'll do it again next week like we do it every other week. And consider becoming part of this community. Thank you, Patrick. And that's going to be a wrap. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. And don't try and make your week on a Friday. So I'll see everyone next week. Adios. See you, Sinatra. See you, Joe.
Hey traders, this is Blake Morrow with ForexAnalytix. Thanks for stopping by our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like these videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the content that we provide here for free. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.